Let's go to page 381. This is lesson 6.4. This lesson is to prove triangles similar by AA. Okay, so we're not going to do the activity. You can do it on your own. Okay, so triangle similarity. The activity suggests that two triangles are similar if two pairs of corresponding angles are congruent. Okay, so anyway, so what you do is you draw two triangles, the same shape but different sizes. Okay, and same shape means you have the same angles. Okay. Now it says if two pairs of corresponding angles are congruent, in another word, you do not need to know the measure of the side or the third pair of angles. Well, remember, 3 angles equal to 180. So if two angles are congruent, then third one will also congruent, right? Because you can use your calculator, right? 180 minus 40 minus 50 will give you 90. And also it can subtract, give 90. So if two angles already equal are congruent, then the third angle will also congruent. That's why all you need is AA, because if two angles are congruent, the third one will also congruent. Okay, so here's your postulate. Angle similarity postulates. Okay? If two angles of one triangle are congruent, so if two angles of a triangle are congruent to two angles of another triangle, then the two triangles are similar. Again, similar means same shape, but does not have to be the same size. Okay, so you can see that they are same shape, but different sizes. Okay? Now, same shape, similar means same shape, means all the corresponding angles are congruent. Like this is congruent to this angle is congruent to this angle, and by subtraction, you can see that this angle will also congruent to this angle. Okay. Okay, let's go to example 1 on page 382. Use the AA similarity postulate. Determine whether the triangles are similar. Okay, if they are, write similarity statement. Explain your reasoning. Okay, so what happens is, whenever you're giving an angle, okay, what you want to do is go and figure out all the other angles. So if you have 90, 26, remember triangle, the weight equal to 180, right? So if this is 90 already, this 2 will also equal to 90. So use 90 minus 26 will give you 64. Okay, and same thing. Okay. If this is 90, so 180 minus 90 equal to 90 minus 64 will give you 26, okay, 26 degrees, okay. Now, by see that you can see that these two are congruent, these two are congruent, these two are congruent, right? So again, so they are similar, okay. Now solution, because they are both right angles, angle D and angle G are congruent. By triangle sum theorem, okay, again, 3 angles have to add equal to 180. So by doing that, you can subtract. You can see that angle E equal to 64. And by doing that, you can see these two are congruent. You don't even have to figure out this one because right now you got two pairs of congruent angles. Okay, so they are congruent by similar postulates. Now, when you write the similarity, make sure you match up the letters carefully. Okay, so the first triangle you can just do it alphabetical, right? C, D, E. Then the second triangle you have to match up carefully. Okay, angle C is a small angle, the 26. So you match it with K, the 26 degrees. Okay, angle D is a right angle, so you match it with angle G, the right angle. Okay, and angle E is a 64 degrees, so match it with the angle H. So make sure you match the letters carefully. Okay, by matching up their angles. Okay, example 2. Show that triangles are similar. Okay, show that two triangles are similar. Okay, so you got triangle ABE and triangle ACD. Okay, remember you have to get two pairs of angles are congruent, right? So right now you got 52 and 52. So this angle and this angle are congruent. So you need to get one more pair. Okay, when the triangles are overlapping like this, you have to use a reflexive. So you got angle EAB is congruent to DAC. So this angle over here, the one on top right over here, using a reflexive. So you have this angle for the small triangle is congruent to this angle on the big triangle, and you also have this angle, the right side angle congruent to the right side angle. So you got AA. Okay. Now when you have a triangle like corner to corner like this, you have to use a vertical angles. Okay, and so actually, you don't even have to get to that. See, because they are parallel lines. So if they're parallel lines, you can use the alternate angles. Okay, so if you extend the line, so this angle and this angle, these are alternate interior angles. Okay, and this pair also congruent to that. Okay, so that's your AA. Okay, or another way you can do it is by using the vertical angle. So again, when you have a corner to corner, look for vertical angles. Sometimes they don't give you the parallel lines. They will just give you this angle congruent to this angle. Okay, and then if that's the case, then you're just going to use the vertical angle to get the second pair of congruent angles. Okay. Okay. Let's go to page 383, indirect measurement. Okay, in lesson 4.6, you learn a way to use congruent triangles to find measurements indirectly. Another useful way to find measurements indirectly is by using similar triangles. Okay. So here's an example. Okay, so this is how you can measure the height of a flagpole without, do it directly, measure directly. It says a flagpole casts a shadow that's 50 feet long. Okay, so what can you see over here? So here's your flagpole, and it casts a shadow that's 50 feet long. Okay, so you don't know how high is the flagpole. So what you do is draw your triangle, right? Okay, so at the same time, a woman standing nearby who is 5 feet 4 inches tall. So here's a woman over here, 5 feet 4 inches tall, casts a shadow that's 40 inches long. Okay, how tall is the flagpole to the nearest foot? So how many feet is that? So what you need to do is you want to use the similar triangle, and remember similar triangle you just match up exactly, right? Okay, so you got two triangles. So they got 40 inch, and this is 50 feet, and this is X, right? So what you do is since this is inch, you have to convert this into inch. Okay, so 5 feet is times by 12 will give you 60. So this is 64 inch. Okay, so from here you can just write your proportions. Okay, now again remember when you're writing the proportion equations, you can write any way you want as long as you match up carefully. So if there's a case, just go and write down what you see, right? So 64 over 40, right? 64 over 40 equal to x over 50, okay? Now to solve this, don't cross multiply. When you do the cross multiplication, you end up having to do extra step. So to solve for x, you just go and multiply by 50 on both sides. So this will cancel out. So you get x equal to, this will cancel out, and this cancel out. So it would be equal to 80. So 80 feet, okay? So I can use that, and so 80 feet, the answer would be C, 80 feet. Okay? Okay.